Hollywood, CA, you can always count on Denis Shafikov for a dogfight. In front of a hometown crowd including IBF, WBA cruiserweight world champion Murat Gassiev shouting instructions, super featherweight contender Shafikov, the 1st of April 39, 20 KOs, stormed to victory at the Avalon by decision over Mexico's Hector Ambriz. Suarez, the 1st of July 12, 6 KOs. Regardless of the situation, Shafikov always has a tough opponent, and makes the most of it. This time he had the younger, less experienced Suarez before him for 8 rounds. Each 3-minute stanza was a mini-war. Perhaps it's his lack of height, but every opponent Shafikov faces seems to have an advantage. In this fight, Suarez was the taller fighter with seemingly longer arms. Though fighting hard in every round, Suarez always lacked the ability to crack Shafikov's security code of defense. Though he connected often, the Russian fighter was much more accurate. The win could put Shafikov back in the hunt. "I definitely look to fight for a title shot," Shafikov said through an interpreter. "Or a mandatory. With 360 promotions backing him, he has an excellent chance." Another fighter just recently signed by 360 promotions looked his most comfortable. Brooklyn's Brian Sabello, 3-0, manhandled Adana Humada for all 4 rounds, and if he had 10 seconds more he would have scored a knockout. But he was content with the outcome. "I wanted to dominate," said Sabello, a middleweight. "I wanted to stop him, but the time wasn't there." Sabello looked composed and destructive in landing his jabs and combinations. An 8-punch combination put Humada not completely down on the ropes, but it was correctly ruled a knockdown. He beat the count, but Sabello connected even more severe blows and nearly scored a knockout, but time ran out. "I went for the kill," said Sabello. Other bouts. Speaking of killers, it looks like trainer Abel Sanchez has another assassin in Big Bear. Hawton and Bohachuk, 9-0, 9 KOs, demolished rugged Mexican fighter Cesar Baruman, 2-6, 3-8-3, 16 KOs, at 156 of the second round in a welterweight fight. It's yet another killer from Eastern Europe. Bohachuk has very heavy hands. In the first round, a counter right floored Baruman, who had a look of astonishment when he got up. The 23-year-old welterweight from Ukraine has found it difficult to find an opponent to last more than 3 rounds. "I felt very good," said Bohachuk. "I was switching up my attack like coach told me to." Anaheim's Jonathan Esquivel, 6-0, 6 KOs, knocked out Sergio Gonzalez, 6-6, in the 3rd round, but floored him in the 1st and 2nd round as well in the one-sided middleweight fight. Female fights. After stumbling at her American debut earlier this year, Australia's Louisa Hawton, 8-1, was dominant against Mexico's Elvia Trevino, 2-4, in winning by knockout at the end of the 4th round in a light flyweight bout. Earlier this year, Hawton was beaten by a veteran Mexican fighter, but this time she was better prepared and used a body attack to break down the defense of Trevino, who is not easy to hit. By the 3rd round, Hawton was unloading punishing body shots that made Trevino move out of the pocket to avoid more punishment. After 2 rounds of the punishing attack, the ringside physician advised the referee to stop the fight at the end of the 4th round, giving Hawton the win by knockout. Abina White, 2-0, scored a wide unanimous decision over Mexico's Annette Pabello, 0-3, in a super lightweight fight after 4 rounds. White, who is trained by Buddy McGirt, looked very strong against Pabello, who though winless has talent. All 3 judges scored at 40-36 for White, who is a native of Austria. Pabello fights out of Tijuana. Other fights: Mexico's Luis Rosales, 8-1-1, scrambled for a victory over fellow Mexican Roberto Puchita, 1-0, 1-4-1, who seemingly outpunched his taller foe over 6 rounds. But all 3 judges favored Rosales, who landed the harder blows in the super featherweight showdown. Puchita, who strongly resembles Marco Antonio Barrera in his appearance, was accurate with the left-right combination. But Rosales took every blow, and when he fired, he landed the harder blows in winning by scores 59-55 twice and 58-56. A super featherweight fight saw Mario Ramos, 5-0, 5 KOs, take advantage of his size, speed and southpaw stance to stop willing Lupe Arroyo, 3-12 of Huntington Beach in the 6th round by knockout. It wasn't easy. Arroyo has a knack for slipping and rolling with blows, despite Ramos trying throughout the fight to overwhelm the shorter fighter. When the fight was stopped in the 6th round, it was a surprise. Arroyo was no more hurt than in the first round. But Ramos was the winner by knockout at 1:35 of round 6 and now has a 6-fight knockout streak to begin his pro career. Photo credit, Tom Hogan. Hogan Photos. Check out more boxing news on video at the Boxing Channel. Share on Facebook, share on Twitter, share on Google.